What's up, YouTube? Back over here doing a more detailed video on this case. I moved over here because it didn't seem to help, though the sun is still shining directly in my face. But this is a condition 1 case. There isn't too many videos about this company on YouTube, so I figured maybe people would want to see it. You can see the logo there, very similar to your Pelican cases and your HPRC cases. Like I said in the previous video, the reason why I opted for this one was because I purchased it with a gift card that I got for Christmas, and the gift card was for $50, and the equivalent Pelican case would be the Pelican 1300, and that was like $70, which is simply why I went with this one. I think it was like 40 bucks. I don't know the exact dimensions or specs. I'll include that in the description below. Okay, so I went over this kind of this bolt here with the seal around it, I guess to make it watertight and airtight. And you got these interesting clamps. They clamp on like that. And if you push down here, they won't close. You have to push that kind of button, the spring in it. So very cool. And I like how they include these little grooves here on the side. Let's say if you don't want to lift it up by the grab handle, you just want to move it real quick while it's open, you can just pick it up and you got these nice little grooves for you. So open up the case. Here you see they have a nice thick rubber seal here going around the entire lid. The eggshell foam here is actually glued to the lid. Let's zoom in here. So I bought this case specifically to store my slip joints, traditional knives, friction folders, and Swiss Army knives, and things like that. It does it very well. I want to show you there's a big difference. These are kind of 2 cube cutouts that I took from my HPRC case, and these are 2 from this case right here. Definitely difference in size. I'm not sure if the cube cutouts, maybe they get bigger as the case size changes. I'm not sure, but definitely bigger with the HPRC. I don't have a Pelican pick and pluck here to compare, but that's what I have here. And you can see kind of the excess foam here, kind of where they pre-cut it. HPRC has a better method of doing that. I don't know if they use glue or they just cut it, I'm not sure, but you can see here it comes apart no problem, and they're perfect rectangular shapes here. This case was kind of more of a hassle to you can see it's not really easy to split that apart, and especially when you're dealing with smaller knives and you have to get more detailed. I can imagine it would be a kind of a pain, and it was not too bad once I got used to it. But if you had a lot of people use these for guns, to get those detailed shapes, it might be a little difficult. But not bad, for the price point, for what you're getting, it's pretty good case. Okay, so you can see here, we'll just run through these really quick. I have a Camillus What a Knife here. Got a Cold Steel Lucky. I went through I think all of these in a separate video. Fantoni Dweller. Just to give you a kind of a size reference of what fits in here. Fricky Folder by Felholter. Michael Morris Friction Folder. Kind of along with that extended tang, so that slides right down there. There's 2 layers of that foam, about that high. What is that? About 2 inches, if that. 2 layers of that, and then a thin layer of foam on the bottom. You got a Opinel number 8. That required 4 cube cutouts. You got your SAC Classic, your Cadet Victorinox, Compact, and your Tinker. This is that Wenger nail clipper model. Victorinox Ranger, nice and thick. That also required 4 cube cutouts. And then we have the more traditional knives. We have the Northwoods Indian River Jack, Northwoods Everyday Barlow, and here we have my newest addition, the Northwoods Madison Barlow. Very large knife, especially for a slip joint, but very, very beautiful in my opinion. Very nice knife. Even though it's large, it's nice and thin. And how I have this case set up here, just go over the last two. Yeah, Northfield Viper and GC Titty Beer Scout. How I have this case set up here, you see one line of cut out on the left here, where I just have some pocket slips or some sheaths. These three are Northwoods ones here, so I could just, in the beginning of the day when I'm picking out a blade, I could just grab one of these little pocket slips, grab a knife, slip it in there, be on my way. When I come back, very easy, just slide it out, right in the case it goes. Nice little system there. I have just the Fantoni sheath tucked in there on the side. As for this knife, out of curiosity, you just see, yeah, that actually fits in there perfectly. That's the Cadet. So yeah, very, very versatile system here. You got the sheets on the side and have a little bit more room to fit more knives here. You can see the grid, the pre-cut, cubes there. So yeah, overall pretty good case. It does have that kind of lid where you have to get past that kind of point where it stops giving you resistance. Like I said, very similar to the Pelican cases, and definitely affordable. Also, I think they're made in the USA, so that's always a plus. Very good case. So there you go, guys. I'll leave some specs and links in the description, like I said. And as always, thank you for watching, and I will catch you guys on the next one.